Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a bonus new moon eclipse for the month of February tarot oracle reading. And Cancer, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not in Cancer, we still all have a bit of that sign in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is it in? That's where this energy shows up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. So just keep in mind, this is a collective or general reading. Parts may or may not resonate with you. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it right now, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, take a look at what was going on at the time that I posted it, and that may give you some further insight as to your situation. So we do have the underlying energy for the reading. Whoops, I have my deck upside down. Sorry, King of Wands. All right, so this is talking about the King of Wands. He is considered the most charismatic and sexy king of the deck. He is the kind of guy you wouldn't kick out of bed for eating crackers. He'll forgive him for anything because he's charming and he's a visionary. He's a lot of fun to be around. So quite often he's the life of the party. And he is the element that he is ruling over is the element of fire, and that's represented by the wand, and it's made of wood because it's representing the tree. The tree has deep roots, which represent the ancestors, and it also has shoots coming out, which represents the descendants. In the background here, this salamanders in circles, and the lion represent protection from fire. He is, and that little salamander running there also represents that. One thing I've noticed here about this card a while back, and now I always mention it because it's kind of that, you know, that warning where there's smoke, there's fire. Like he's smoking hot, that's for sure. But sometimes this energy, this can be someone who is, you know, he's visionary. So he likes to keep his eye on the next new opportunity. So he can be a bit of a player, be playing the field kind of energy when it comes to matters of love. So just keep that in the background energy, just understanding that. Also, we're going to get the underlying energy of the internal forces here, which will be displayed on the bottom here of my spread. Okay, so we do have some wand energy coming in here. So this is this person is standing on a horizon, and they're looking out over. This is water. It looks like sand, but it's just the way the sun is shining on it because there's ships sailing through. And this person is thinking, I think I'm going to hop on one of those ships and go on an adventure. This might be the King of Wands. That's the kind of energy that the King of Wands can be in. But this quite often represents like almost like passing through a portal. And there's such a thing as the 111 or 1111 portal, where the universe starts speaking to us through synchronicity. And a lot of people experience this. And what it is you start noticing the number 111 or 1111 often throughout your day. That is quite often synchronistic communication coming in from the universe. And that is like a 111 here. And then there's the 111. So it's just the way this energy is, because that would make it 1111. And so I'll just describe what this energy is like. I have posted about this if you want to read it on my in my community and posts. But this is talking about, you know, like an example would be you're sitting at the computer and you're looking up an address, you know, that you need to go pick up a parcel at, and you glance at the clock and it's 11:11, and you're like, oh, okay, it's 11:11, and then you look up the address of where the parcel is, and it's at 111 11th Avenue, and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then you get busy doing things, and then you're like, okay, I better go and grab that parcel. And as you're walking out the door, you glance at the clock, and it's like, hey, it's 1:11 now. And you get in your car and you're driving, and there's a detour, but the car in front of you has the license plate 111. It's that kind of energy. And so that's the universe wanting to advise you that you are manifesting at a very high level right now to keep your mind on where you want to go and not on the problems about how you're going to get there. And you'll notice it. It's really weird because you'll notice that all of a sudden when you do check yourself and you think, well, what was I just thinking about? You'll think, oh my goodness, I really was thinking about something that was negative and I didn't even notice. And we do that a lot throughout the day. This means that this is good news. You're manifesting at a high level. The one thing that I'm noticing also about this card, which this card sometimes can talk about leaving a relationship that you were a couple with and planning to be single. So we'll see if there's any energy around that. We have, oh, that's why it was coming in. We have the 8 of Cups here. So this is about walking away after putting a lot of energy into a relationship. The cups represent love, and quite often romantic love. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Sometimes it could just be love of someone else, like, a family member, or it can be, that kind of energy of a friend or something like that. Or it could be something you love to do and you're walking away from it, or something you love to be and walking away from that. We do have the cycles of the moon in the background here. So this is talking about, right now, that's what this reading is about, is this new moon energy coming in. There's a lot of energy for the new right now, and for people making big choices around their life. There's a lot of people feeling an urge to move on kind of energy. This card's coming up quite a bit. And so I'm going to talk about it a little bit more here, and then we'll get into the energy of the moon and how it affects the sign of Cancer. So this is talking about the energy here is the full moon is a good time. So right now it'd be a good time if you didn't release what you need to release. You're walking away now, and the new moon is coming up in about 3 or 4 days from when I post this. So it's on the 17th of February. And so the new moon energy is, that moon is in Aquarius, and the Aquarius energy is talking about making choices that are based on the group and the needs of the family, the needs of the other people around you, and putting them before your own needs. And it's opposed by the energy of the sun, because across the opposing sign from your where you are in the horoscope has a significant effect on you, and the opposing sign for you is Leo. So while this moon's in this energy of Aquarius, more concerned about the group, the Leo energy is saying, no, I want to be more in the energy of myself. Like if I'm going to be a leader, because a lot of the Leo energy is about leadership, I want to be able to look after my needs first so that I can lead. And so there's this conflict going on for a lot of people right now about, am I going to be able to express myself, or do I have to always look after other people first? And so this is that energy that I feel like I can feel that coming in. And on the 1st of February, the moon, it was like the opposite. The full moon was in Leo, and the Aquarius energy was opposing it. Whereas now it's the Aquarius moon with the Leo energy opposing it. So there could have been like some energy between you and people around you, and in particular your lover or your husband or the person you live with, that your partner. It could also be about business, about something you love. But generally when this energy comes in, we're talking about a romantic love, and it could be like a relationship that you've put like 8 years of energy into, a lot of energy in any case. And we have like the 5 cups here, and then we have the 3, and there's a separation here. Quite often this can represent like a couple and there was a third party involvement. And I just said that about the king, where there's smoke, there's fire. So we'll see. This is your energy right now. This is how you're identifying yourself right now, Cancer. And we have victory. All right, so whatever actions that you take from walking away, this is going to put you in a leadership position, which is really interesting. And it's also talking about like the people that maybe couldn't see things your way that were in the group are now seeing things your way. So this could be about a business or walking away from a job or something like that, and you were having arguments with your coworkers or something. This is saying that you were able to rein in your emotions. And because you were able to rein in your emotions, you're able to be in this leadership role, and people are recognizing you as being in that role. This is a card of victory. And the horse energy is coming in. So now I want to mention that the energy of the on the new moon coming in on the 17th, that new moon is in Aquarius, as I said, and it also is in the first day of the Chinese New Year. So we are moving from the year of the snake, and we're moving into the year of the fiery horse energy. So the fiery horse energy is very passionate and you know, and very heartfelt when it comes to matters of love. It's also, when it comes to matters of business, setting high achievement goals and really being free-spirited and having a passion for it. And really, it's almost like having, you know, something you love to do, something you love to be, that kind of energy. Also, the fiery horse energy, the concern is that you want to be careful not to set your goals too high, that you don't leave enough time to accomplish them, and you burn yourself out trying to do what is probably unlikely. Like, you just need to give yourself a bit more time. Also, this is a warning about impulsive energy. The fire horse energy can be very fiery, and you know, if you think about an Arabian stallion horse, you know, and they're just like, you know, you ride him and they're like spooked. They could grab the bit in their mouth and run for miles and the wrong direction. And it's that kind of energy. You want to, the horses represent our emotions. And with this year coming up, being the year of the horse, this energy is really intense. And also on that same day, we're having a solar eclipse. And so when there's and that's why we have kind of the full moon, the new moon here, and also, you know, Leo, that energy of the opposing energy of this moon and the full moon and the new moon coming up was in this, about this leadership, this conflict that I was just talking about, and here it is right here. And it's talking about there's an eclipse on that day. So when the eclipse happens, it blots out, like you can't, like it blocks out, the moon blocks out the sun, and so there's a shadow cast upon it. And so this energy is talking about there's illusions that come out, and things that are hidden in that kind of energy. And you as a Cancer, you are ruled by, your sign is ruled by the moon. So when the moon is doing its thing, and it's a big day coming up here on the 17th, this is talking about really, Cancers really feel this energy more intensely than a lot of other people, because this is your ruling sign. And also, I may as well also mention here, because it's Valentine's Day on the 14th, and on the 26th of January, we moved sorry, I lost my ability to say the word planet. The planet of Neptune, which is a very large planet. It takes 14 years to move into another sign, and it's been in Pisces for 14 years, and now it's moving into the sign of Aries. So it's moving from water into fire, which could create a lot of steam between energies. And Neptune is about idealism. It's about being more forgiving. And because you're a water sign, and the energy of Pisces is also a water sign, it's going to affect you again. The Piscean energy is more emotional, whereas the energy of Aries is ruled by Mars, and that's a very it can be a very aggressive planet. So the energy is changing, and you're going to feel that because you're a water sign more than a lot, and in particular because you are this new moon energy with the eclipse is coming up. So there's a lot going on there. Neptune is a very big planet, and we can feel its pull, you know, as it, and it's going to be in the sign of Aries now for 14 years. But the way that you did things in relationships, in business, etc., and those kinds of energies are going to change dramatically, because the Piscean way, it's kind of like, oh, you know, everything you learned for the last 14 years, well, now you're doing it the Aries way. So, and because you are a water sign, you're going to be affected by this energy. So just keeping that in mind. And then also on the 13th of February, the day before Valentine's Day, there is Saturn is moving into Aries energy with Neptune. And Saturn's all about responsibility and being responsible and doing the books. It's income tax season. So what if it's nice outside for the first time in 3 months? Do your book work. It's that kind of energy. You have to be responsible, do responsible things. If you don't have time for yourself, that's too bad. You need to get it done kind of energy. So you have to really watch this energy, because it's going to, you know, affect you because of the Piscean energy leaving and you being a water sign, as well as being ruled by the moon, the eclipse and the new moon are affecting you. Yet here you are victorious, and people are seeing you as a leader. This is how, this is about your abundance and your self-worth. So this is really cool energy. Like, you're one powerful Cancer energy, I'll tell you. And then we have the Six of Cups, or the Ace of Cups coming in. So the Ace of Cups, again, this is about new beginnings in love. And this is an overflowing cup. Like, the water just keeps replacing and replenishing. And there's a dove here representing peace. So a nice calm, if you're looking for a change of a nice calm relationship, maybe it's been very volatile for you, because, you know, and this energy, this is the warning, is don't do impulsive things right now. And don't, don't be flying off the handle and being all like emotional and then regretting it later. Like, don't get into a mood and then post all over social media, that kind of energy. We have the Two of Pentacles here. So the Two of Pentacles is talking about being really busy. And the Pentacles represent health, wealth, and happiness, but they also represent lifestyle. And so we could have all the money in the world, and it does represent coin, but the coin is just part of it. Money is just part of that energy. You could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle you want. And that feels kind of like, if you're walking away from a relationship, it could be because there was some sort of juggling of morals here. That's the other thing this card is saying, like, juggle your options, but don't ever juggle your morals. We have the Four of Pentacles coming in. This has been coming in a lot for a lot of people. This card quite often says, don't sell yourself short, or don't play it small. Sometimes you have to take risks to make money, but this is not, I think the reason it's coming up right now is it's saying, this is not the best time to take any risky ventures on, especially when it comes to finances and love and that kind of energy. This is a good time to make plans and look into it and research it, but not to do impulsive, like, oh, I just saw something, and you don't look into it and you invest in it, you know, like, or you just met someone online or whatever, and now you're like, oh, we're engaged 2 days later. Like, that's the kind of energy. The impulsive year of the horse energy that starts on the 17th is warning against impulsive actions that are overly emotional. So this is saying there's 3 levels of making money. There's safe money, where you are very careful with the risks you take. And then there's going after your heartfelt desires, and then your crown and glory. In the background, we have the city, and he has his back to the city. So this is talking again about wanting to make a move, and maybe considering making a move. So this, if you're actually planning to physically move, really look into the place you're moving to make sure it's not just, you know, that that you have some facts around it, that kind of energy. And then we have this energy of a lot of opportunities coming up in these 7 cups here. So this again can say that in the past you may have been being too careful. So if in this energy right now, with all of this coming up, I would say, you know, really take some time right now. If you're thinking about investing in something or starting a new business or something like that, because this can be entrepreneurial energy, that you really take the time now to do your research, look into it, you know, check all the different facts out in that, so that you're in a really good position to take on this opportunity once you know the facts. And with the new moon, the new horse energy, all of that new coming in, it's a great and this is saying, like, these opportunities, a lot of them, like, they're all opportunities, they're gifts with something with a gift in each cup. But this is saying that you're still going to have to put some time and energy and effort into it. So like it's you have, you know, it's up to you which ones you want to invest in, and it's up to you to look into it to make sure that it suits your goals right now. But this is really good energy. It's just also at the same time could be there's some energy around here of like, this is really good energy. So, you know, just, I don't know your situation, you know it better. Just be careful that you're not making choices on emotion alone. I mean, that's part of making choices for life, for sure. But don't be impulsive about it, and don't do things out of anger that you regret later, kind of energy. So this is, we already talked, this is where you're at right now. You're walking away from something that someone or something that you really love, because you're done. Like, this is like, I am done energy. Like, I do not want to have anything to do with this anymore. And this is talking about people seeing you in a leadership role now, like it was a victory, that you've had some sort of victory here. This is talking about a new opportunity possibly for love. The aces are about the new coming in. And this is, I don't know if this is energy in the past, that there was some juggling between like money and love kind of energy here. And maybe you sold yourself short, or someone sold you short, you know what I mean? Like, and this is also having a lot of stress about thinking about leaving your comfort zone. So, and this is about how things are changing now, like all these opportunities are coming in. So you want to get yourself in a position that you can, you know which ones you want to accept. You might be feeling that energy coming in. The last, the reading I did for the daily reading was very much like this, like some really powerful energy coming in, but also an energy of be careful who you collaborate with, and you know that you don't make impulsive decisions based on emotion when it comes to money. Also, I was going to say, I do have a playlist for the new moon and full moon, so you can look up the other moon on the same playlist that this is on. And I also have the Valentine's Day and the fiery horse energy on the same playlist if you want to check that out. I did a reading for each sign. All right, so we have Justice coming in. So Justice can be like, this is the Justice card. She's sitting on her throne, and she is got her sword up, and so this is a righteous sword. And this is talking about extremes happening in people's lives. It's also talking about the spiritual and the physical realms. So it's talking about justice for your spiritual needs and for your, and as well as your physical needs. So more like lifestyle, like how many hours a day do you want to have to work, and how many of these opportunities can you handle at this time? This is saying that these opportunities are there for you. And you don't have to take them all on at once here. They could be like, you could say, well, if I am successful at this one, then it would give me the opportunity to do this or that kind of energy. And her foot is forward. So the right foot being forward like this indicates that she's ready to get up in a moment's notice and take action. So some sort of justice is coming in. And it could be regarding just moving away from this and then having all this opportunity coming in because you looked after yourself. Or there could be something that's happened with money. Maybe someone was juggling, a lover, your ex-lover, by the looks of things here, was juggling money as well as your love. So we'll see some more. Okay, so the external, this is the what ifs, and so remember this, the internal forces, you can remember them because you'll be saying, what if I do this and what if they do that kind of energy, the IFs, internal forces. The external forces are more what the EF happened. And so this is, you don't have control over external forces a lot of the time. And you generally usually only have some control over it, but you do have control over how you react, or are you going to respond to the energy. So if it's about, and then this card is coming in from the external forces. This energy is coming in saying, hey, there's a windfall coming in for you. There's a lot of money coming in. There's a lot of lifestyle, like the lifestyle here, like the big mansion and the the neighborhood, and you have time. You're with your lover and your partner, and you have 2 small children now, and you have like the 2 pets, and you have time to just stop and chat with the neighbors. And sometimes this card can also represent some sort of information coming in that was like a surprise information, like that's really in a really good way. This is the most pentacles you can have is 10. So this is talking about having like a really fulfilling, desirable lifestyle. And we have also the Queen of Pentacles coming in. So this is talking about the energy coming in is the Queen of Pentacles. This can be old money. It can represent like trust funds and inheritances, that kind of energy, a legacy of wealth. This is generational wealth, something that you can pass down, to your children and to your grandchildren. This energy is talking, the Queen of Pentacles is really admired for her ability to be very resourceful, and she understands how to run things. Like she can make something out of nothing. Also, she prefers quality over quantity. And we're talking old money here. She doesn't flash her money around. A lot of people probably don't even have an idea of how much money she really does have. And then we have the energy of the moon coming in. And so this is talking again, the Cancer energy is, again, it's saying about this moon coming up, I feel, for you. Just a lot of opportunities, new opportunities coming in. And look we have the sun representing the eclipse and the full moon and the new moon. And we also have, this lobster. It's not a crab, like you're represented by the crab energy. But this is actually a lobster. But this is saying sometimes you have to come out of your shell and, not be you don't want to miss out on opportunities because you never take any risks, right? And so this is saying coming out of the emotional waters and being determined to stay on your divine path. And there's a domestic dog here, and there's a wolf and it could be a coyote howling at the moon, and somehow you've got to sneak past them, and this is what it's talking about, moving through the illusions and staying on your path so that you can get what is being offered here for you. Then we have the happiest card in the deck coming in. And again, we have the year of the horse energy being represented. This is a pony that a small child is riding. And look at this heavy banner, and he's carrying it, or she is carrying it with total ease. And this is representing, your destined path. And so this is talking about riding this pony. No reins, no fear. Following, like all the sunflowers in the back represent that sunflowers follow the sun. So this is about following your divine path, staying on what you were destined when you were born. What did you come in here to do, kind of energy. And then we have, look at this, the Queen of Cups coming in. So the Queen of Cups, this is talking again about lots and lots of love. And the Queen of Cups has a trophy on her lap. And this is like, this cup has a lid on it, and it's talking that she's a container for unconditional love. But it's also talking, this card's been coming up a lot, And in some of the readings when it comes to inheritances and that. So this could be an inheritance that's coming in from your grandmother on your maternal side, passed down the line, from great grandmother, great and grandmother and your mother. So it's talking about again, this legacy for wealth, but also this unconditional love coming in for you, that you're going to have a lot of love in your life. And this is what we have here. So we'll just see what's the last card here. A new lover. Okay. This is awesome energy, Cancer. Because I'll tell you why in a second. But so the Lovers here, it's saying this is the sun is shining down on this. And so definitely if you're looking for love, it's being offered to you. And it's going to open up a lot of opportunities for you. And this is also talking about the cloud between the two lovers means that that you don't maybe know him yet or her yet, or you know them but you don't know them as well as you think you do. And so you need to take it slow and like not be impulsive in your actions, before, like, just allow yourself to do that. And I feel like it's also saying that you might want to just go on some dates to see what kind of energy this is, because if you've walked away from this relationship and you've been in it for a while, the dating scene has changed, right? From 8 years ago, or and so it's and you can't really probably, like, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and you've walked away from it now, that energy, you can't really go to your friends and, hey, how's the dating world? Because they're probably in relationships as well. So it's kind of, I feel like that this card might be saying that there's all sorts of people that would want to date you. That's kind of energy. This is actually your marriage commitment and partnerships. So look at this, like whoever's coming in is very stable and steady. We're talking about someone, this is a transition from the last partner who was juggling. Maybe there was always a shortfall in money because they had a bad habit or something like that. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And so this is talking about that energy, the transition of moving into this energy, higher learning. So using your intuition as well as your logic to make decisions, and making decisions based on learning about what, okay, before you go ahead and say, yes, I'm going to look into this. And you have time to do so. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is saying that God is shining his light down on you and sending this person to you because you deserve to have all the love in the world. And at the same time, it could be some sort of money coming in. Maybe the new partner that you have has a lot of money. Or maybe the energy is talking about you inheriting money and also having these opportunities in love. And so that's the kind of, and this is like someone that satisfies your spiritual needs as well as your physical needs. But it's saying get to know each other, like be friends, and so this is someone that you'll really be able to have a lot of companionship with, is what's coming up. And maybe that's what was missing for you. And also that energy there of, there could have been some infidelity or something like that. I'm going to clarify this for you, Cancer, for those of you who want clarification. If you're leaving off here now and you're like, no, I'm good. This is an awesome reading. It really is. It's got a lot of promise. I'm happy to see it for you. Oh, and there we have the card that wants to pop out. Hold on a second. I have to go chase after this card here. Okay, so we have dissemination of information wanting to come out here to clarify. Yeah. So elephant, what elephant? There's not an elephant in the room. I think there was some sort of energy there where your intuition was saying somebody's not telling the truth here. But kind of not wanting to really see it at the same time, kind of energy, which is understandable. So I was saying, but this is how my deck is, my oracle deck is. The cards come flying out, and then I know, okay, we're tuned in. So this energy is from the Intergalactic Federation of Light, and I started it back in 2007. I completed 64 paintings in 2020. I've had these cards out and about in the past, but I didn't have all the paintings done at that time. I was teaching seminars, and I was at psychic fairs with these cards for several years. And then now I have time. I'm putting my energy into getting this channel going so that I can play with it online now with all of you. And it keeps coming up to say this to people, like, you know, sometimes when we make really logical choices about our love life and decisions about things that we really are passionate about, and we're doing our best to be logical in that, things can look really good on paper, but when you put it into action, you know, it's not the same, right? And that's kind of the energy I'm in with this deck. I have a lot of information on paper, but I'm learning like so much more by playing with the cards. And that's kind of the energy that I feel like this is for you, is just taking it easy and just enjoy the journey, and you know, that you deserve this, and it's, you know, and you deserve to be really happy. I really like this energy for you, Cancer. It's really good. So in the description box below, I'll put these cards as they come up, and then that will be the energy here. So we have disruption here from the underlying energy here about what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Yeah, I feel like this walking away energy is because of juggling of morals and, you know, that kind of energy. Like it's caused a big disruption in your life. I feel like maybe it hasn't been the first time either, and that you're just, you know, 3 strikes you're out kind of energy is what I'm getting. We have this energy here. We've got the Lovers coming in, which is pretty interesting. And then we have, that's just confirming this right here. So it could be that your partner had a lover, but this is also, so will you. And it's not because of revenge, it's just because of a reward for following your North Star. And God can see what a loving, it's a shame to have all this love and not have someone who appreciates it. So God's saying, I'm going to send you someone who really appreciates it. And look at this, we've got the Libra energy, and it's saying you're mature enough now. And like, it's not so much about an age, it's about, okay, are you ready for a committed relationship? And so it's saying you've done the work and you're mature enough. And this is Venus. This is ruled by Venus here. So we're talking about anticipation. You can anticipate this happening and being really a beautiful thing. Let go of expectations around it, because this person might be someone different from your usual type. And this is sort of a joke that God has been bringing up a lot in my readings, is a lot of people are, well, they're not my type. And God's like, your type, you walked away from your type for good reason. Maybe you need to look at a different type. We also have Cancer. You're representing yourself here, that you want this love, that you deserve this love. You're feeling it. I love this. And the moon energy is really supporting you right now to really be able to go deep into your emotions and really entertain this energy. I really like this reading for you, Cancer. Also, just be aware that when the horoscope signs come up, I'm not talking about a particular sign. It could be that way for you in your energy. Use your intuition, but I'm talking more about the energy of you know, we all have a little bit of every sign in us, and this is what can we learn from each of the signs, because every sign has its, you know, it's real positive, and then some of the more negative things that can happen, you know, with them, the weaknesses and the strengths of each sign, and we can learn from all of them. And then we have Gemini coming in also. So this is you know, talking about the, you know, the spiritual and the physical. And so it's also talking about combining your intuition and your logic to have really, to make strong choices. And it's a learning curve again here. It's a new energy coming in. So yeah, a lot of astrological influences are coming up right now. So this is being in your integrity and having the strength to face your part in it has put you in this position to be have all these opportunities now. Remember, we were talking about that Pisces energy. This is coming in here about the opportunities and being able to sink or swim. That's talking about needing to look at things from a slightly different angle here now. that 14-year cycle has moved from Pisces into Aries energy. And we have the energy here is talking about your marriage, your commitments, and your the energy of partnerships. And look at it, it's Trauma Queen. So this is what I feel like, well, this is actually belonging here because it's defining the external forces. So yeah, I feel like your partner had a lot of drama. And a lot of times we can confuse excitement with drama, like with anxiety with excitement. And so sometimes we think at first when we're with someone that causes that energy that, oh, they're just an exciting person. But sometimes, like, if they stay that way, it can get really, life's a slice, but hold the drama, like, hey, I'm trying to get to work here, that kind of energy. And this is talking now, this energy changing, and this being, something you've always wished for. You wish upon a shooting star. It's about having a good attitude is really why you're moving into this new energy. This is really, really good energy. I really like it. Having the courage to move forward. This is about transition. Transition, whether it's positive or negative, still can be challenging, because there was a tower that came in. So some sort of information came in here about juggling. And it might have affected not just your, of course, if you're married and you're now walking away and getting a divorce, it's going to affect your pentacles. But it also can be talking about, just the energy of a reality check, of finding out what really happened here. And I feel like, how they all say the truth will set you free. This is talking about this energy, a happy-go-lucky energy. That's kind of the Sagittarius. That's the part of the fire horse energy that I'm talking about, that's free-spirited and passionate and, loving and all of that. But you have the reins in your hand and you have the control. And then we have an energy here of mother's worry. So your ancestors are watching from the other side, I feel, and they're happy for you, like that you're making this decision. And this also can talk about the love that that the earth has for us and support of us. And it's also, I feel like this card's been coming up a lot, and I think it's because a lot of people refer to the earth as Mother Earth and that kind of energy. And it's talking about, a lot of people have a lot of concerns right now, what's happening to the economy and how's it going to affect my life, and is there going to be lack, and all the wild shift that's happening on the world right now. And so it's at the forefront of a lot of people's minds. And look, we have the Aries energy coming in here. So that's confirming this Pisces energy, that this is a big change for you and that you're feeling it, as well as all the, the moon energy here. Really, I love this reading for you, Cancer. I'm so happy for you that this is a real positive reading, and I'm happy to see it and right in time for Valentine's Day. So love yourself right now and look after your needs. Give this a like and comment if you've enjoyed it as well. Consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate. It would be my honor if you did so. And I'm going to be back with another reading for you, and it will be about the end of the month. Bye for now.